recently. I can't remember exactly. And I'm a little bakey, and I have the bong in front of me, guys, so I do plan on smoking. But I just wanted to get all that out before I did, and kind of comment on it before I started toking up and lose my train of thought 100%. But yeah, wow, guys. So this poor girl, she was, just thinking that she was going to hang out with her friends, and they had planned this for months, is what they've told the police. Rachel later told the police that this was planned and thought out for a very long time, and it's awful. I can't imagine, how anybody could do something like that. And I know everybody's been talking about this recent case that's been going about right now, the Gabby DeVito case. I'm not 100% sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, guys. I apologize if I'm not. I actually have not looked into that case 100% yet. I was reading into this one when I found out and got light about, this Gabby case right now. So that's the next one I kind of want to get into, but I read and listen to a lot of documentaries about stuff like this, and this story here is probably one of the most disturbing that I've listened to a lot of disturbing ones, and I'm not talking about disturbing in the way you just think gory or just twisted, the way that they killed her. I mean, just the meticulous and the meticulousness to it, the evilness, the fact that they were so close. Being killed by somebody that's so close to you is something I couldn't imagine. Rachel said that when Skylar was dying, the last words that she said were, "Why?" I've never once, though, actually, in any documentary I've ever listened to, has any murderer really is there ever really a justifiable reason? I mean, when you kill somebody and they ask you why you did it, I feel like no matter what they say, is it really justifiable? No. The only reason I'd ever find that it's okay to kill someone is either A, you're defending yourself for your life, and it's either you die or they die, or B, someone's trying to assault you sexually or whatever, and you're protecting yourself, like I said, in a form of defense. I don't believe that it's okay to murder someone just because you don't like them. It's very weird. But that's the type of mean girls we deal with, guys, in the world. So there are female murderers out there. As much as they aren't spoken about or talked about, there are. And there, believe it or not, a lot of the most fucked up murders that I've looked into, stories-wise, documentaries about them, usually are younger people, kids. And it's really fucked up. Another story once that I read, but it wasn't about another kid killing their friend. It was actually this girl setting up her ex-boyfriend to get murdered by a group of her friends, and that was actually the most disturbing story I've ever looked into. That was on the show, I believe, I think it was the show about death row or women in prison. I completely forget, but it's a crazy story. I completely forget pretty much all the details of the story, or else I would have talked about it for you guys, but yeah, there's a lot of crazy people out there in the world, so be careful, guys. But the main reason I want to talk about it, not just because other similarities and, the cases episodes I talked about before, but not have I ever once read a story about somebody who's a stoner going out and murdering people. That's not something that crosses my mind when I get high. I want to murder this bong pack. That's about it. So, speaking of that, I'm going to take a hit because I need to get stoney, so I'm going to get high with you guys. Alright, I'm back, guys. I just need to choke down that bowl really quick. It was very tasty. That one, I actually know what the name of the strain is, guys, this time. It is called Cement Shoes. Very good. I've smoked it before, but this one's a different strain, version of that strain that I've tried. I actually prefer this one a lot better. It's more sativa leaning, which usually I'm an indica leaning gal, but I like this one a lot. But yeah, guys, that was all I really wanted to talk to you guys about today. I just wanted to share the story all the information that I learned today from that story. Just, moral of the story is, guys, be careful who you're friends with and who you surround yourself with, and real stoners do not murder people. Because going through that girl's tweets, that Sheila girl, she's fucking crazy. And, I mean, I know, like, my post back in the day when I first started smoking was a little bit ridiculous also. I mean, I was a teenager. I was ridiculous. But this girl, you could just tell from her tweets, she had a lot of issues. And I think the weed probably was the only reason she hadn't murdered more people or murdered her sooner. Because I don't see how being a stoner could make you into a murderer. Probably also why Skyler was pretty down to earth and chill, because she smoked a lot of pot. But it's really sad, honestly, guys. So thank you guys again for listening. Next podcast, I swear, guys, it will be on a way lighter note. I kind of just wanted to share this with you guys just because it was on my mind. And yeah, so thank you guys again. I hope you are all having a nice super stony Sunday. It's a little gross and groggy here today. Very rainy. It was raining all night yesterday. So I'm going to try to get the doggo out for another walk before the rain comes back and smoke some more weed. So I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye, guys.